Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth.
It never ends.
No, it's good. And I did laugh again. I don't know. Do you know, when I was listening to Oh, Shut Your Mouth, I was like, man, I really want you to shut your mouth. I'm very vehement about it.
Yeah. I think I've asked you this before, but do you remember what you were telling me to shut my mouth about?
You did, but I want you to remind me again, because it's been 78 episodes.
Yes, it has, and I think it was very, very early on. You told me to shut my mouth because I don't like John Delancey.
Yeah. Oh, shut your mouth. Fuck yeah. Incredible. Welcome in, everybody, to the 78th of the DJMSs.
Wow.
I know, wow.
78. Yeah.
And everyone's here. I saw that. Was that Smee that was coming in?
It is. It is a Mr. Zus, an actual Smee sighting. Very nice to see you.
Very rare. Very rare. I've been playing a lot of Arceus and meeting like rare Pokemon. It's a bit like seeing a rare Pokemon, Jeremy. Catching a rare Mr. Zus. I might have to use a great ball because he's rare, regular Pokeball.
He is used to people throwing their great balls at him.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. So, welcome in, everybody. Saw an Ali, a Harmstone, a Tamsin. Will's here.
We know Will's here.
That money's going up. Money's up and up and up.
As the now traditional money drop happens based on the episode number.
Yeah.
Which I can't say I hate, actually.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Don't price yourself out of this stuff, but we really do love it. So, very much appreciate it. I'm not going to tell you.
Don't stop watching because you've run out of money or something like that.
Don't mortgage your house for that.
Oh my God, episode 9,702. I've got to give them so much money. I'm just not going to show.
I can't come anymore. Yes, welcome into this. We're at Chez Jez, or Chez Jez, depending on how you want to say it. And I'm having a good time. How you doing anyway?
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
It's a big weekend. It's Super Bowl weekend, Jeremy.
It's a big weekend. Yeah. Looking forward to it, as I have been for a very long time. It could be better, as in...
Your team could be in the Super Bowl?
That's right, yes.
It could be better, I would agree.
You could have a team in it and, the quarterback of your team having not retired and decide to piss off. That's not helpful for you.
Yeah, but do you know what? Things exist for a time, that's where it was. It was in that moment. I'm fine with it. We'll bring someone else in. It'll be exciting.
I will revisit this question week 3 of the 2022 season when you're 0-3.
I know.
Like, who the hell is this guy and why can't he throw a fucking football?
Blaine Gabbert! Blaine fucking Gabbert!
Oh,
I thought Carl Trask was going to be good. What the fuck is wrong? I hate this shit. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. We lost to the Giants? Christ. But don't worry. Don't play that clip later. Don't play that clip certainly in the 3rd week of the season. Feel free, do not clip. So welcome in. It is Super Bowl weekend. Lots of drinking. I hope that even if you're not into the Super Bowl, I mention this now, maybe you'll just watch it anyway because it's a big game. It's on Sunday. And in the Discord, in the American football section, I have put a little betting kind of thing that maybe we'll all do. So there's lots of fun to be had. Get involved.
Because if you don't like the Super Bowl, perhaps you like drinking.
Yes.
And
if you don't like drinking, perhaps you like eating, because there's a lot of that.
We're going to do a bit of that as well. Yeah. Basically, all the things that we've just discussed is a bit of a coming up today on Don't Get Me Started.
I know, right?
Eating and drinking and probably some more football talk because it's Super Bowl weekend and you can't get around it.
That's true.
There's a lot of hype going on that I'm not wearing a hat.
I know. Do you know what? People lose their shit when you're not wearing a hat.
They do.
And if, in the case of Rue, they lose their shit when you are wearing a hat. But, what is the wine choice this evening, Will? Will also being a lover of wine. I went for the 2 for 15 again, and I got a Rioja. And I have to say, I'm loving the Rioja.
Does it rocker?
It does. It Riojas me Amadeus.
It rockers your world.
Yes. I don't want to Rioc, DJ. Said nobody ever. So... other people that I've seen coming in, Joe's in, Goblin Tea Power, who's getting closer and closer to that 80.5 mark.
Yep.
So that means next time we're here.
Yes.
Right? So we come to mine, we come back to it. So that's cocktails and Don't Get Me Cocktails.
Don't Get Me Cocktails. And I think the making of the first cocktail, I think, is the benchmark.
The moment we toast and drink the first cocktail, then What then? Joe can talk about science again.
Joe can do some science bullshit.
Maybe we should come up with a sciencey cocktail, like a name, like a sciencey cocktail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
we are working on a theme for Don't Get Me Cocktailed in a fortnight's time. If you have any suggestions for that theme, feel free to throw them at us.
Maybe there's like a cocktail called Dark Matter, or something like that would be kind of very heavy and dark and fucking alcoholic. So have a think. Maybe Google it. Think of some ideas. Drop us some ideas.
Do our fucking work for us.
Sciencey, or any theme you think would be. Maybe people can come up with a good theme for Don't Get Me Cocktailed, and that's in 2 weeks' time. Right fucking here.
Yes.
Does this mean we have to bait Joe for the next 2 weeks? I mean, I would imagine you've been doing it already.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if you weren't already doing so. And as a reminder, you've also got to bait Harmstone, because he can end up back in the sea.
Oh yeah.
At any point, he does have an immunacy idol.
He does.
That he can use to prevent that, but we also want him to flush that immunacy idol so that we can get him back in the fucking sea for being him, frankly.
A couple of things that Tamsinaki says. She says sweary cocktails. I'm up for finding a sweary cocktail. That'd be kind of fun. In the past we did a Star Trek themed one.
We did.
So
they were good.
They were good. That was
good.
What did you discover that night? I swear there was one that we I think it was the Ferengi wall banger. I don't know, but there were lots of options there.
The Borg one with the crushing of the pineapple.
I don't remember. But suffice to say,
it was a very long time ago, and we were drinking, so it's not really the recipe for Jez remembering shit.
But maybe you'll come up with a good theme that we can work on 2 weeks' time. Something that's useful. The Borg one was mega hap. Oh, that's useful to know. The other thing, says Tamsinaki, I don't know if you saw that, is
I did, yes.
What is the vegan food of choice tonight? Do you want to announce what the vegan food of choice is tonight?
Yeah, so for those that are joining us for the first time or haven't joined us for a while, we have been sampling some vegan choices from the fast food menus.
So you don't have to.
So that is basically it, yeah. To see if they are any good and to see if we're all doomed when the vegans take over. Yeah. And the answer is not doomed, just really fucking bored.
That's such a great way of saying it. Yeah. That's how I feel about it too.
Because none of the vegan options so far have been offensive.
No.
But they haven't tasted of anything whatsoever yet.
No.
So, yeah. So today's choice might save that.
Yeah, we've got something now. We tried McDonald's, the McPlant. We tried the vegetarian Whopper, or whatever, the McVegetarian, the Vegetarian King. But now we've got the KFC.
Does this have a name? And you ordered it, so
I did. I think it's just a vegan burger.
It is. Yeah, it says it on the side here. Vegan burger. I don't know how many members in the boardroom it took to come up with that. That's an inspired, a very original name there.
This vegan burger from KFC is a vegan. It's a Quorn burger. So they say the description is it's a Quorn burger with the 11 herbs and spices. 11 blend. That's the blood I'm
which is
blend.
A clue.
Yes,
a clue that none of the herbs and spices are not vegan. So when you're trying to work out what the herbs and spices are from KFC,
that's good.
None of them are vegan because it's the same.
Have you tried Subway's TLC sub?
No, it's on the list.
I don't want no subs.
Sub is a fella, can't get no meat from me.
I would like a Subway TLC, but I ain't too proud to beg. You know what I mean? Don't go chasing waterfalls. So,
any more?
No, that is the extent to which
he's done. Folks.
I'm done.
We can move on. McKenz, hello. When will you boys learn to cook? You live like students. I mean, you just join us on like Friday night. We do cook the rest of the night.
Yeah. This is just a thing. I'll teach you how to make Mama's spaghetti. Do you know what? We know how to make Mama S's spaghetti. It's noodles and dolmio, I think.
Yeah, and it's pineapples.
Mama S told us how to do it, and you don't need actual spaghetti or linguine or anything like that. You just need ramen or like noodles, and then you sling in some dolmio. So next time you see Mama S or you're in her stream, Just tell her that. Just remind her that.
Yeah,
She'll love that.
yeah.
Make my monster grow is here.
I did. I missed the comment earlier that I wanted to come back to when we were talking. It was it's Friday and I'm
here.
Welcome, welcome, and knows exactly what is actually going to get our attention, and it's flattery.
Oh yeah,
Flattery will get you.
Hello, you handsome men, Jez and Alex. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming back. Missing my bad boy pasta? Question mark. Did he make a bad boy pasta?
It's a specialist kind of pasta that he made that is probably your entire calorie intake for a whole calendar year, but it is good. It's got it's got a hell of a lot of cream in it, and he's not one for just making a portion for you.
Yes,
it's gigantic tub that you can eat for the rest
batch
of
cooking.
your life. It would be batch cooking, but you're expected to eat it all in the day.
I used to make a similar thing. It was just pasta, and then those kind of Matteson sausages you get, that kind of like ring kind of thing. I would just like chop a load of that in. Bosh, brilliant.
Like, it was a sight to behold watching him make it, because it was just like a witch around a cauldron, dump in a bunch of chicken, dump in all the pasta, and then was like, is it done yet? Drips the cream out. Not quite.
I like that you welcomed all the handsome men, then, Jez and Alex. Yeah, that's a good point.
There was no comma.
Grammatically,
he was welcoming us.
Do you want to eat this thing, or at least try it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not getting any more meat. Oh, fucking hell!
It's not getting
more meatier, is it?
No,
I didn't know if you wanted that.
I will preemptively
because
have a bit
I
of
feel
this,
like my one, which is now there. Okay. Did you've already de-letted?
I have
side.
I have de-vegetabled.
So if I turn this round, so you can just take the other side. Okay.
It seems like they've overcompensated with mayo.
Okay.
There's lots of mayo.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so this is the vegan burger.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. It does look
It looks a bit chunky.
kind of chickeny.
Yeah.
It certainly looks chunkier than the nuggets that we had.
I mean,
do you know? I'm all right with this.
I'm gonna put it down because I don't need any more.
I mean, it's food, so I need more. But
texture like chicken.
Yeah, I'd say so. Actually,
It's texture like chicken. It doesn't taste of nothing. It's quite mayonnaisey.
I can taste the coating.
I know that it's. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's better than it's the best of all of them, I think. Looks foul. You'd be wrong. Am I hosting you? Let me just make sure I'm hosting.
Who knows? Is it similar to a Muller? My reference is all off. I mean, the mayo is very Mullery. But yeah, as far as all the things that we've tried so far, it actually has taste. As the Welsh would say, it's blassus.
It's blassus.
Yeah. Which is just tasty in Welsh. It sounds a lot more, gourmet and exciting, but it's just tasty in Welsh. So and I'm gonna, finish it. I've started, so I'll finish.
Nice.
Love your socks, Jez. Thanks, Ali. I couldn't possibly bear my feet on stream. That would be offensive. I'm not a big fan of any or all feet, including my own. It's safe to say I do not have a foot fetish, or even a foot-like. I hate feet, Ali. That's why it's offensive. I hate feet. They're disgusting.
The $1 million question, would you switch it out for a real chicken burger? Would we eat that instead of real chicken burger? No. I think that tastes... I can taste the spices. I like that. And I like its mayo-y, and the consistency is good. And as that goes, it's fine. But I think it's clear that it isn't chicken. So I would rate it 5 out of 10. Basically. Can we see your feet somewhere else? Do you have like an Instagram feed for your feet?
You can't see my feet anywhere. You can see any other part of me.
You can show me a bit of your foot.
But never my feet.
And I just want some under the counter foot.
I mean, if you look really closely, you can...
Oh no, Mackenzie's accidentally put a full stop somewhere.
You can see the scar on my ankle. Make some money on those feet, Chaz. No one is going to buy that. No
Shake
one.
your moneymaker. I put onlyfeet.com. I don't know if we're going to necessarily explore any more. We've done the 3 big restaurants that we could go for in that
I
regard.
think I'd like to do the Subway one.
Okay.
Because it's steak.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's a different type of thing. But yes, I think we are reaching the end.
The conclusion of our little... I just thought it'd be interesting, and it has been kind of interesting. I have to say, of the 3 we've had, that's the best.
This is actually edible.
Yeah, that's fine. The other one, the Burger King one, was flame grilled, so it was nicer. But the McPlant is far and away, when you think about it, the
Pointless.
shittest. Absolutely
pointless.
waste of time.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
really, with the Burger King one, you were only tasting the grill. You weren't actually tasting
No.
the burger. You were just tasting
It only
the
won
way it was
because
cooked.
of the way it was cooked, yeah. This one's the best.
Yeah, which is ironic because the way it is cooked means that it is not actually vegan because they put it on the grill with the meat ones. So yeah. Why have they taken Chicken Big Mac back off the menu? Because it's sold out.
That's an interesting fact, because
Yeah.
I bought one on Thursday. I got one on Thursday night.
Yeah, they sold out of the Chicken Big Mac, which is why it's off the menu. It is coming back. Why are we not sponsored by McDonald's? Like, we're dropping that McDonald's knowledge.
I know.
Telling people that McPlant is shit and they should buy the meat.
Ali saw the headline but didn't read any further. Like I said, what are you asking us the questions? Why have they taken the Chicken Big Mac back off the menu? And you saw that there was a headline that might
There's
give
an
you
article here that has all the information I might need. I'll go ask Alex and Jeff.
I'm not as well informed as the article you had the chance to read yourself. I didn't think they'd sell out. I guess they didn't think. Bad demand planning, Ali.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It was ages ago, but it was reasonably recent because it's only sold out recently.
Yeah, today. Today they put the advert up.
It's ages ago. It was ages ago. Full within the day.
They tried to appease people by introducing what was going to replace it down the line, and they're going to rush in now, which is the double Big Mac. So it's going to be 4 patties, same amount of bread.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's made me quite a little bit gassy, actually. I don't know what is in Quorn, but it's made me a little bit kind of burpy.
Get some Pepsi in you. That'll do.
Alcohol will fix it.
Bring back the rib burger. I know. Why is Russia invading Ukraine? You can find more about that on the internet.
That sounds a bit like politics to me.
We don't do that sort of
We
shit
don't
around
do
here.
politics. It's in the sea with all the politicians.
It is.
Probably.
But thanks for joining us. We hope you're having a great Friday night, because it's the end of the week, and for most of us that means we're not working. And the weekend and the Saturday, laying in bed, unless you have children, which I don't, and playing Pokemon Arceus or Arceus. It's still not quite clear.
So I'll be getting up with my child. You'll be playing Pokemon Arceus. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who wins there.
My vegan friend said the McPlant tastes like the burger she remembers from her non-vegan days. She is misremembering those burgers.
She should eat a burger.
Yes.
And then realise that she is wrong.
The unexamined life clearly wasn't worth living. Board gaming for me tomorrow. That's an excellent day. Perhaps we should get into the segment where we talk about the good things that we like to do.
We're dropping haps left, right and centre. So
Let's
we
do it.
absolutely should. And it's time, as always, for This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, 2 men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
This is happening. It is happening. And if you've never been here, if you haven't been here for a while, this is where we drop haps and naps in the chat. Haps are good things, naps are bad things, and they'll come up. Try and fit them in the box if you can, like that one. Those without common courtesy are nap. They are nap.
Yeah, it tends to be a 6 or 7 word maximum, depending on the length of your word. So don't go nuts. Does a puzzle count as a board game? We've been doing one recently. Yes, I've seen
Like
that.
jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, like
I guess
a big gigantic one. It's not a board game, but it's
no. I guess there's
the
no
same
game
kind
element.
of recreation.
It's probably a kind of a cousin to the board game.
It's valid.
Yeah. Do you know what? There was a board game shop in Canterbury, and they sold loads of puzzles, mainly because people love puzzles. But it was that kind of place to go. Which is a crazy... By the way, that guy that used to run Westgate Games in Canterbury only kept going. I was like, nobody comes in here. How are you making a a living. And apparently he won £500,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and there was this just like riding off the profits of that. So like, if you have a board game,
It must
shop,
have run
and
out by now.
yeah, I
Surely.
would imagine, but that was a long, long time ago. Cheap Lego F1. I don't understand what that word says.
Cheap Legos
thank
F1 car from a charity shop. Yeah, we'll correct him. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
Yeah.
That is hap. That is hap.
Half term.
Half term. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Whoop. Holidays.
Puzzles. Do you know what? I don't know that I'm a big puzzle fan. That would fucking irritate me.
You fucking hate a puzzle. Let's just say it.
I don't like
you
a puzzle.
fucking hate a puzzle.
I don't like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Legos is epic, especially Technic. I used to love Technic Legos.
Well, it brings up the Lego F1 car. Sorry,
Yeah.
Lego's F1 car. Misspoke there.
Mm-hmm.
That Jaeger dropped. They have released this week a scale model of the McLaren F1 car in Lego Technic,
Wow.
and it looks incredible.
That's cool.
Definitely hap. It does cost £160, and that's the end of the sentence. Make of that what you will.
I'm trying to catch up with something because it raced ahead
It's
there.
all right. We've got them here in this little side box.
Okay.
Share your haps, says Harmstone. Plans for next week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've got some great things planned Monday through Wednesday. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
beyond that, it all fucking goes downhill. I have to
Yeah.
say that.
It kind of goes a little bit off the rails, which is a neat segue to Duff's nap. Derailed train, long work day.
Derailed train sounds really dangerous.
Well,
Sounds like people are dead.
Well, it depends if there were people in it, doesn't it?
Okay, good point. A little over 90 minutes before work is over. Rooster, you can plough through it. It's half the length of the film Titanic, so just think about it that way. Does that help? Don't know. Comic-Con just around the corner. Really? When's Comic-Con?
One of the.
Are you going to Comic-Con?
I'm not going to the one that is being referenced here.
Right.
But the con season begins very, very soon, actually. Yeah,
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening.
Con season means surely cos season in terms of that for
Absolutely.
Mr. Cosplays.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just reading all this stuff that's going on. What haps and naps do you have? Do you have any hap?
So related to what we've just eaten, my hap is the fact that we had a non-vegan KFC before we went live.
Part of the reason why I didn't need to eat it because
Because
I'd
you've
already eaten.
And I've got remnants here of real KFC. So, if I was massively disappointed with that, which I really wasn't actually, like it has to be said,
Hap.
I could go into the meat again.
Hap, new cos plan, Peacemaker. I can't see it, to be honest.
No, it's notoriously difficult to see.
It's difficult
It's the
to see.
Peacemaker. Yeah.
Yes. Daredevil and other lesser Marvel shows are leaving Netflix in 2 and a bit weeks. I bloody love Daredevil. I think Daredevil's amazing.
I liked Daredevil. I haven't watched any of the other ones.
The Punisher's good as well. Punisher's really good.
Oh, I watched Jessica Jones.
I
or
love
at least the first one.
Season
The first
1 of
season.
Jessica Jones, I'm such a big fan of, but I didn't get through the second one. Just saw new Ghostbusters. Have you seen that? I haven't seen the new Ghostbusters yet.
No, I haven't either.
It's got the
No.
kid from Stranger Things in,
Yes.
and
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Mm.
Which Paul Rudd, I love Paul Rudd. I think he's great. So
Do you ruddy love Paul
I
Rudd?
ruddy love Paul Rudd.
Mm.
I really do. Yeah.
Uh,
MCM is now charging £70 for tickets. Is that good?
No,
Right.
no. I mean, you just need to know a guy and work for a living instead.
Yeah.
You know.
Hap. Good week at work. I've also had a good week at work.
I haven't. I know I work for myself, but I've not been. Apart from yesterday, it's been one of my least productive weeks. I couldn't be asked this week.
This is the big week for me. This is often a lot of meetings.
Mm.
A strange ringing in my ears for some reason. It was really weird. It was like, when you go on a train and you kind of your ears pop. It was like the entire house had gone through a tunnel. Yeah.
Perhaps it's a side effect of the vegan chicken burger.
Yeah, we should have. We spoke too soon. It's now 4 out of 10. Bought ticket for local comedy show. Yes, you did, Tamzanaki.
I have as well, without having had the conversation of whether I can actually go or not. I'm like, I'll buy the ticket.
Listen.
That'll kind of force the hand.
I spoke to Tim because this, if you don't know, is the comedy show that I'm in. So thank you very much. I do love that. And I spoke to Tim and I'm like, you sold like 2 tickets or something like that. you're welcome, like that. And it's just like outrageous. But
He was claiming on Facebook earlier today that it was sold out. So I was like, is it?
that was the old, and he might have been referencing the old one because he told me today that it definitely hasn't.
Oh, right. Well,
But
it
like-
definitely hasn't because I bought 2 tickets. So
No. Cool, that's 3 then.
Yeah. Share your hat. Free entry for MCM. Not with that attitude, motherfucker. that can change.
Is that the one you're going to?
I
I understand.
I mean, it is the one that I plan on going to, but it's a strange enigma at MCM, and they don't actually sell the trader tables until like 3 minutes before the event starts. So
MC. Do
it's
you know what that
difficult.
stands for? Because I don't know. I just don't know if it's something you know, because it seems like it should be like.
it should stand for something. I
Like
don't.
MGM is Metro Goldwyn Mayer, so I presumed
Yeah.
it was like a kind
It's nothing to do with them. I'm not sure it actually stands for anything,
because
especially now that it's been bought out by another company.
I don't really mind so much, but if anybody wants to Google it and say in the chat, it saves a lot of time. So
Just need to go back to a hap that obviously Mr. Zus doesn't have enough channel points to hap it up yet.
that's okay.
Just ordered 2 chicken burgers because of your segment. I won't stand for this vegan bullshit.
Good for you,
I'm gonna
mate.
go get some fucking meat in me.
And he's going to cut it up in pieces and put it in his big boy pasta. That sounds amazing. I had, and this is amusing. Ali's probably gone by now, but like, I had the chicken Big Mac, whatever it's called, the big. I don't
The
know.
double, the whatever. Yeah,
The big. The
I've
most
forgotten
recent-
now because
yeah.
you said the wrong thing.
Yeah, now I
I
can't.
can't get the right thing in my head.
I think it's just chicken Big Mac, or Big Mac chicken. But I had one the other day, and what it tasted like was the McChicken burger in a Big Mac bun with Big Mac sauce.
Oi, how insulting! There he is,
There we go. Good.
still
Excellent.
there, still there.
Still alive and kicking. Still warm the blood that courses through his fingers. A Chick Mac.
Oof.
I'm here for Jez though, just to be clear.
I mean, aren't we all?
You know,
Aren't we all?
were it not for Jez, I would not be here either. So you know, and hopefully a cat appearance. I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
'cause
I kicked the
door
cat
is
out.
firmly closed. But the cat saw me earlier, Ali, and was loving a bit of.
He's
meat.
covered in cat hair.
I am.
So he's kind of like the cats here.
Chicken Big Mac has been retired early due to over-expected sales. I mean,
is.
I'm surprised it went as popular as it really is, because I don't think the Big Mac
It's
is
just
very
a
good.
thing. Yeah.
It's just a thing, isn't
I
it?
would encourage you not to kick the
so sorry.
the table with the microphone on it. It won't be a
I
nice
don't know. I don't know what's going on.
experience
Just
for
like brushing it.
for the audience.
Have you told Jez about the wheel? Oh yeah, you mentioned the wheel. Is the wheel? Right, we played Jackbox. We played Jackbox last night, and we played. I think it's called the Wheel of Enormous Proportions or
Right.
something like that, and it's on number 8. It's on Jackbox 8, and it's ultimately a bit of a random game with trivia in it. But oh my god, we all got like totally obsessed with it. And essentially, you have several rounds where you ask questions, and a lot of them are multiple choice. Like how many times? I think one of them was "Drops of Jupiter" by Train. It's like how many of these phrases are in that song to the lyrics, and so it's like, did you sail across the Milky Way or whatever, sail across the sun, all these lines from it, and some of them are obviously bollocks. You have to pick the ones. It's lots of questions, closest to loads of fun little trivia games, and then if you win, you get slices to put on the wheel, and then the wheel spins, and if it lands on yours, you get points, right? So it's kind of arbitrary in that, but it's so much fun. So it was fun, don't you think? It was really great for those people who were in it last night. It was, and when we said, we'll play Job Job, so we played Job Job, and we went to play that, but they were like, now what do you want to do? And they were like, wheel, and I'm like, right,
So is Jackbox 8 good then? Obviously,
Yes.
I do Jackbox a fair amount, but I haven't done any of Jackbox 8 yet.
It's Drawful Animate, and we played that. That was cool. That was good. We liked that. Then we played the Wheel. I think we really liked that. We played Job Job, which was also really good. But then we went back to the Wheel again. There's 2 more we haven't tried. So we had a good night. Thanks very much for coming. But it was good. I think the Wheel. It's just it's strange how arbitrary it is. But once you get a certain amount of points, you can spin the wheel to see if you win.
Wheel
And on the
of Fortune.
Tamsanaki coined the phrase "Wheel of Fortune."
Very nice.
So now I want to run my own.
You can always rely on Tams.
It was brilliant. Wheel of Fortune. So
I don't understand that one though. Always be. Oh, cat
Cat-herring.
herring. I thought it was cathering. I'm like, what the fuck is cathering? She's lost her mojo.
she's lost it. Oh no.
Enough of this. She's lost it. Always be cat herring.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense. And confirmed, Tamsin's still there. She's still got it.
She's still got it. Still got it.
Apparently, MCM stands for Movies, Comics, and Media Expo.
Huh.
No wonder they call it MCM, because that is one shit name.
Thanks for shouting me out there, Jaeger. That is me. And the reason that he's shouting me out is because I'm here on your channel.
Yes.
And we do it together.
Yes. And if you're here, you're probably already following me, but you wouldn't know to follow him, which you should do by clicking on that link in the chat. I've been doing this thing where I point at the chat where I have it, but it's never going to be accurate because people have their chat everywhere.
Yeah.
And I annoy myself doing it, but
I think we're filled with people that know us tonight, but it's all good. So, do you have anything nap? Or...
No, not really. I've just kind of had a meh week.
Right.
So nothing's been outrageously hap. Nothing's been outrageously nap.
Yeah.
Nap. I haven't done Future Wolfington a bespoke shout out yet.
Oh yeah, I saw bespoke shout-outs. I might do some of those because that's a really great idea. Really good idea. I will say, right, I do have a hat, and I'm really proud of it and really pleased about it. So I'm going to tell you what it is because it's clearly the biggest hat I noticed today. I won a Reddit Twitch clip contest.
Oh, that is hat.
So you had to get it in by the 4th of February. You have to submit a clip from it's on the r/Twitch, so r Twitch. So if you wanted to see it, you can go on our Twitch, and if you go straight to there...
On our Twitch.
Our Twitch, lad. And very quickly, one of the pinned top posts is clip contest, because there's a new one now.
Yes.
Because the other one's just...
To close March, I would assume.
Yeah. So this one, you had to get your clip in by the 4th of February. So I sent in the one with the football, 2 balls. How would you make football more interesting? Which was one of my clips from a while ago. 2 balls, multi-ball, purge, all that sort of stuff. So it's a clip like that. So I put that in and submitted it. And then on the 4th it ended. So I put it on the 2nd or the 3rd. And then people vote on it that come to that bit and people upvote it. I wasn't allowed to tell anybody. People might have done, but it says like you're not allowed to tell people to come and vote for you. So you can't go to your Discord community and say, hey guys, here's the link, go and vote. So I didn't. And I couldn't have even, maybe Aletha could tell them, oh, there's a clip contest. Who knew? Cough, cough, or something like that. I could have done that, but I didn't do that. And then I looked on it today because they hadn't notified me. And I went in it and I'm just like at the top of it and there's my clip.
Nice.
So
that makes it even better. The fact that you did not promote it yourself. Independently, it as one. That makes it even more.
It was good, and also I didn't think I'd win because there's a lot of other people played Valorant, and then something flew out the sky, or played Fortnite, or played Call of Duty. I shot this guy in the head, and I'm like, okay, well we can see where this is going. And none of the rest were funny improv shit and chatting, and it's so much so this it doesn't say channel or area or whatever. It just said game. What game were you playing when you did it? So certain were they get a game. But they didn't. So if you go and check out our Twitch, you'll see the clip contest and I win it. As a result, I get put in the sidebar of it. So it's permanently. I also get put in various other places and stuff. And now they will tweet me out. Reddit tweets me out, something like that.
That should, you would hope, turn into some
So I have to contact them, follow them on Twitter, and then talk to one of their users and just say hi, and then they tweet me. Who knows? So that's my hap. I think I'm really pleased about it. And you better believe I'm gonna fucking put that everywhere. You can't apply now. You can't apply. Again, you can't now. If you have won it recently, i.e., you're in the sidebar, you can't then go for it. So I went in to tell Aletha, I'm like, I can't enter the contest next week. She's like, why? Did you win it? And I'm like, yeah.
Humble brag much.
Oh, so much good.
Yeah.
I have upvoted it now. You've begged for it. Thanks, man. Retrospectively,
It doesn't matter now, does it? He's already won.
If time isn't linear like we know, maybe he was maybe it works like that.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Yes, you did. So, yeah, that was good. So I'm going to put that on.
You've really held on to that hat for quite some time. I'm surprised you didn't just this is happening and just bam, here's my hat, because that's a pretty damn hap one.
Yeah, it is hap. But we let everybody chat, and I only found out today, so it's just like, this is incredible. What's the wine choice tonight?
You're late, Reese, so fuck yourself. We've already done that.
I did see him pop in, but it is Rioja. It's the Campo Viejo. No, it's Marcos Los Rios. Marcos Los Rios, who were the guys that did the Ketchup song.
Sounds like a great wrestler name.
Introducing, making his way to the ring.
Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
As his personal ring announcer. He'd do a great job with that. Marquez
Marquez
Los Rios. yours.
And this guy in a big bottle suit comes down. Do 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 do. I don't want ketchup-themed wine. Well, now you said it, you've spoken it into being. It's a thing.
There's some Doctor Who chat happening now, obviously, because of the wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I suppose what is slightly hap, or it will eventually be hap as it progresses, if it progresses. Karis and I went back to continue our Doctor Who watching that we abandoned, it turns out, 12 years ago.
Oh, really?
We hadn't watched since the Matt Smith Doctor
Era, yes.
and we've gone back to start watching that again. And
how's that?
Been enjoying it so far. Only watched a couple, but there's a whole lot of Doctor after that.
Well, obviously I said that I went to the Time Fracture, the Doctor Who immersive, and I was so pleased with it. Okay, it's not the greatest immersive theatre, that will be reserved for Punch Drunk, but it is really decent. And if you're a fan of Doctor Who, definitely go. And I told Duncan the singer and Mrs. the singer, I said, if you are, and he's very well versed, having seen it all, and he is really good. I think much like you are with Star
He
Trek.
chose to watch Doctor Who over The Masked Singer, which has a bit of his name in it, so you can tell
Right?
that he's really into the Doctorness.
So, like, if you are good and know and remember, like, facts and interesting lines, because they drop lines, they drop facts, they drop familiar things. But if you are on board with that shit, you get heavily rewarded. And I do think so. Now talking about it, if you get the chance, do go down to Time Fracture. It's just off Oxford Street. It's really good. And you can probably find cheap tickets. Type in Time Fracture cheap tickets, and I think Amy found some for like 25 quid or whatever. But I haven't watched any Doctor Who since Capaldi.
Well, that's further along than I am.
Yeah, I watched. She's gone from my mind. Jodie Whittaker. I watched the first season of Jodie Whittaker, and I thought she's really great. But I thought the script was really poor. I thought it was really
I did hear that the writing
laboured.
declined.
There's a kind of thing that you get sometimes in period drama that I think in theatre used to be called table dusting, which is where they'd be like, you bring on a maid at the beginning and all she does is dust things and talk to the other maid and say, did you know Lord Scarborough's coming from out of town? And drops all this exposition.
Forced exposition.
Yeah,
rather
just like,
than
I
letting it
didn't know
develop
that.
naturally.
That won't play well with the master because they had an affair some time ago. And then they get all this kind of thing out.
I hate that.
And that is kind of how Jodie Whittaker's stuff. It's like Bradley Walsh famously watched Harmstone fail at the chase. Who's one of the assistants. It's like, well, I don't know what I'd do without my wife. She did everything for me back in the day when I did this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh my god, show don't tell. But anyway,
Which is a shame because I like Bradley Walsh. I
I mean, yeah, the cast were good. I enjoyed the cast. I just think they had the words they had to say were not good. But hey, there you go.
Fair enough. Hap drop might be the last hap we discuss. I was asked to be my friend's best man. Cried like the mess I am.
That's
I
amazing.
fucking love being a best man.
Yes, I have been a best man once for Duncan the Singer, in fact.
I have been a best man at least twice.
Wow.
1, 2. I've been the best man so many times I can no longer count.
Lots. I've only been the. Oh no! Wait, no. I was best man for Patrick. I was Patrick's best man. So I've forgotten about that.
And technically, you were a best man for me because
Oh,
I
yeah.
had
Oh,
the
that's
group
true.
of best men. Yeah,
That's true. So yeah, okay, man. That.
so you're beating my numbers now all of a sudden.
Although we don't know what your numbers actually are.
I revoke my best manhood to you because otherwise you're gonna beat me. Then we can't have that.
I love classic Who. What I'll say, Duff, is this. I don't know why I'm talking up, but there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for shit I hate as well. Board games, video games, things I hate. I'll tell you if I hate them. But if something's good, I won't. It works the other way. And if you like classic Who as well, there's a lot of classic. There was one moment in Time Fracture that I will not tell you because it super spoils everything. Where I was just like back watching it when Peter Davison wasn't a cunt. I was back in that time.
So when he was on Law and Order UK.
When he was in Campion, when he was in All Creatures Great and Small. There was a point in that immersive experience where I came face to face with something and it was like heart-stoppingly, this is one of the greatest experiences of my life. Like, I'll never forget it. It was incredible. Just for me. I mean, there were other people there, but it was one of those things where you're like, oh, this is tailored just for me. It was amazing. So like, do go and see it. And I'm an old Who kind of guy, really, more than that. But don't get me TARDISed. Do go. You should go. I talk about so much. Do go to Time Fracture. It's really good.
I was one of the best men for you too. You
That's
were
true,
indeed
yeah,
Red
yeah,
Ranger.
yeah.
Yes.
Red Ranger.
Yes. Surprised you can remember Davison because you grew up with Hartnell, didn't you? What
I
a
did
prick.
grow up with. Well, me and Hartnell were at prep together. So yes, in that regard, I did. But you know, he got too big for his boots. I never really watched his Doctor. But everyone had written it off back then.
But they did do a kind of revival type of thing, didn't they? Where they had was it the guy from Harry Potter they're playing
Yeah,
the
who I looked
Hartnell
up the other
Doctor.
day, and his name is. It's
It's David Bradley.
yes, that's it. Yes, you got it, David Bradley.
Bam! Where did that come from?
Yeah, that's it. He. Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, he's really great, and he's in An Adventure in Time and Space which Mark Gatiss wrote, which was kind of to celebrate the however many years of Who, like
Probably
I think 60, because it started in 63, so is it 67? Anyway,
A number, maybe
it was
65.
An Adventure in Time and Space with Dave Bradley. What do you say,
David Bradley.
Yeah, that is brilliant. That is so good.
Dave Bradders.
Dave Bradders. An Adventure
Because
in Time.
he's a modern Doctor. So it's Dave Bradders. It's not David Bradley. It's Dave Bradders.
Dave Bradders.
Good old Dave
Fucking
Bradders.
brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
See him down the pub, top bin.
Yeah. Yes, it was John Pertwee in my day. You're only like a year older than me, Tamsanaki. It was one of the first ones I watched was the end of Tom Baker. The end, the regeneration of Tom Baker.
The first Doctor Who I ever saw was the movie.
Oh, what the
Paul
Paul McGann?
McGann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope that would.
Yeah.
This has gone into Don't
which
Get
was-
Me TARDIS, all right, hasn't it?
Which was not like the Doctor that was the Doctor when I was born or any of that stuff. I just didn't give a shit about Doctor Who when I was a child, to be quite frank. It's only with the revival in the mid 2000s that I gave somewhat of a shit.
But yes.
Well, any other business for
Any other business for Doctor? Any other questions about Doctor Who you'd like to ask at this
I
point?
did mean for This Is Happening. Any more
sorry.
haps and naps to bring in before we crack on to the next segment? Got any naps? Had some outrageously good haps. So.
Yeah, no, I put loud cunts because there's always some cunt out the back, but I don't really have very much. Oh, do you know what? I had a Get in the Sea, but I didn't read it before I left. It doesn't matter. So I can't think of anything. Do you know what?
It's fine. We've got plenty of content for today. We can put things in the sea next week.
No worries.
It's all good.
Let us move forward then. Where do you want to go to from here?
I think we're going to go here because while we're on a nerdy theme.
Yes, let's.
It goes very well into this, and I've told you nothing about it, so
That's
it's
true.
It's going to be an entertainment.
I'm going to eat this. You're going to have to say what it is.
Okay, that's fine. I'll say what it is.
Because this is very squelchy, so it's very relevant.
Yeah, I was about to say it when he kept talking, so he lied. This is going viral. Right. So, let me just press the correct button. Is probably going to help. There it is, I think. Yes, okay. So, going viral is the North Yorkshire Police.
That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey up, the sound of the police.
So, there has been a rise in people using their social media to just try and be entertaining and funny, to try and build their reputation, get more people on board with them in the last few years. And there are several police forces who do this, mostly with mugshots of outrageous dickheads.
Yeah.
So they can just put up a mugshot for people to take the piss out of them. But that is not what we have going on here.
Okay.
This is just such the wonderful, most classic post. And it's for the comments, really, that we're here today.
Okay.
So here's the post. Officers in York are trying to locate the owner of a distinctive silver ring and are appealing to the public for help. The ring was recovered with property which had been stolen in a house burglary in York in February 2019. Sadly, despite their efforts, officers have been unable to trace the ring back to its rightful owner. And a quote that basically says that. Here is the ring. Okay. There's the ring. Okay. So
there's not many like it.
You can imagine the kind of comments that we have. I haven't picked out any obvious ones, because there are just so many that it like it's where they did find the guy. There he is. Right. So I just want to see.
The beacons are going back up. The beacons are lit. North Yorkshire calls for aid. I'm going to laugh too loud on this.
Some of these are wonderful. Right, hang on. Here we go. There are many books written about why this ring should not be returned to its original owner. Proceed with course.
That's so good. This is why they need Law and Mordor. Boom. Boom. Got it again.
We finished already. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Fox,
yes, door.
Take it to Mount Doom. You got it, Jaeger.
Right, here we go. Police stop and search. What has it got in its pockets? You should form a task force, a fellowship, if you will. There we go. Kingston Police. So another police force joining in. We can assist. We think one of the original owners was a Mr. Smeagol. He used to live near Gladden Fields, near the river Anduin. Hope that helps.
The hearts of men are easily corrupted, and the ring of power has a will of its own.
One does not simply walk into court. This one is just
I cannot.
amazing.
This is brilliant. This is one of the best things.
We've killed Jaeger. He's choking. What on Middle Earth is everyone talking about? Love it so much. So
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
This is an example of good community outreach, I think, from the police.
This is amazing.
Completely unintentionally, because if we go back to the top, it's basically okay, we get it. Can we actually want some help? Thanks for all the comments. We obviously need to brush up on our movie knowledge. That's going to trigger some people. However, it is someone's property, and we would like to return it to whoever had it stolen from them. That's not what we're here for. Actually, if you could just roll with the fun. If anyone knows anyone that has something similar taken in a house burglary, please let us know.
Fucking hell, so funny. Give it to Tom Bombadil, then it'll be fine.
But here we go. This is the guy.
Is that guy really tall, or is that guy really small?
Yes.
He's about to receive the one ring. The next shot, you just can't see him.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of this.
It is really good.
I think I might look this up. I love shit like this so much. That one's one of my favourite.
Yeah. I mean, there are loads more. Like, we've barely scratched the surface.
We want it. We needs it. We must have the precious. Sneaky little polices.
Wicked, tricksy balls.
The police have not seen your ring, but have you checked your ring? And by ring, I mean butthole.
You offer it to me freely, and do not deny that my heart has greatly desired this. In the place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen. The quotes are amazing. Here we go.
Do it for Yorkshire.
Do it for Yorkshire. Probably going to get copyright black mode for that now. Never mind. The ring must be destroyed. Oh, mate, I haven't seen this one before. That was amazing. They're lying about it being stolen. It was found in Tesco supermarket. It was an unexpected item in the Baggins area.
Boom!
Oh, my God.
Shed store.
You win. You get a like, mate. Good job.
Mate, that's so good.
I'm very liberal with my not liberal. What's the opposite of liberal? Conservative with my likes on Facebook, because it contributes to getting more shit. But that was definitely worth it.
Oh man, I want to watch it.
Yeah. So did you like that?
I bloody loved it.
That was pretty fun, I thought.
That was so good. That's so good.
And that actually came across my dashboard today, so almost didn't happen for this episode. Wonderful. That's all I've got.
And that was the segment that we like to call Going Viral.
Blop.
Did they try doing more door-to-door inquiries? Boom! Get on the fucking thread, Armstone. Get on there and put it in. I got a feeling Baggins area is really good.
It's classic.
I just love it when people do this shit. Cracks me up. That's really cool. Where do we want to go from here?
I think we probably want to go here.
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah,
we?
yeah, definitely. Let's go there.
So
I will
roll
say.
us in.
Yeah, I will. Let's do the segment that always amuses me when we play this thing. Today, I fucked up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
I should say that there was a Law and Order question on the Wheel of Extraordinary Performance.
Was there?
Performances?
Did anybody get it?
Yeah, Harmstone got it. It's how many episodes are there of Law and Order, basically, of the 20 seasons or 21 seasons? How
20
many
seasons.
Yeah,
well,
how many?
It's about to be 21. It's coming back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They're going to take the power back.
So the question will be wrong.
How many episodes are there in 20? And you have
It's
to
like 800 and something.
Well, I think it's definitely, it's meant to be less than that. Well, he called it as less than that, but at any rate.
Yeah. And I only know because for the longest time, one of the braggadocious things that the WWE talked about every single fucking week was how Monday Night Raw had more weekly episodic programs than this laundry list of excellent programs, such as Law and Order and the Number, The Simpsons and the Number, and blah blah blah. 4, 5, 6. That surprises me. I thought it was a lot more than that.
We'll all remember it now. We'll always remember it now.
Law. No, no.
Law and Order.
No, anyway, this is Today I Fucked Up.
Oh yes, wonderful segment where we take from Reddit, the place where I am Twitch clip champion. The very same Reddit.
We should probably actually do the thing that I've been meaning to do for the entire time that we've been doing this segment and Am I the Arsehole? And that's make a highlight of the segment and post it on the actual Reddit.
Oh, I'm planning to do that's in my social media to do this.
We need to. Yeah, I've been meaning to do that every time, but
so we've got to think about what we're saying so that we know that we're able to clip it. So let's just get it done in one take. So today I fucked up by some crazy shit happening. We've printed it off and we're going to read it out from our
curated it
from our Don't Get Me Started. I was going to say like I can't even think what I'm trying to say, but specifically made Don't Get Me Started folders. Clipboards, that's the word I'm looking for. So do you want me to read mine or do you want you to read?
Remind me what your one is.
It's I'll let you read it.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, yeah. Right. Yes, you did.
I'm going to have some chips.
Do it. Today I fucked up by obliterating my wife's fish. I put my leg down so I can get some fucking life. Oh my god, that's not good. Right. Today I fucked up by obliterating my wife's fish. Happened last night.
I bet it did.
Wife's 8-year-old, very large goldfish was passing away.
Getting less sexy.
Yeah. Well, whatever turns you on. Wife's 8-year-old, very large goldfish was passing away. 8 years?
Happens to the best of us.
8 years the goldfish was around for? Had dropsy. Dropsy is like a super... I didn't know. I thought people had... How can that fish have dropsy? Had dropsy, was suffering, and was on the verge of death. This does sound bullshit, but anyway. Wife and I looked into the symptoms... and there was practically no hope of him making a recovery. It's a fucking goldfish. Oh, this for real? This can't be for real. Old fish, more like. Boom, now we started. Looking into methods... Oh, no, wait. Practically no hopes of him making a recovery. I should say at this point, I don't know that goldfish last as long as 8 years. I definitely don't think it's the kind of thing...
Is your bullshit meter running already?
I just think that it's one of these things where people are kind of like... if someone said my cat was going to die and I've had it for like 14 years and blah, 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 that's fine. But like, this sounds like an obvious kind of like, yeah, people get kids goldfish so they can kind of like get them to learn that fish don't really last very long. So this fucking thing...
Maybe it's because they give them to their kids.
Yeah, maybe.
If you look after a goldfish,
maybe it does. But like, had dropsy? I mean, that is an illness from the olden days.
I've never heard of it.
Right? Fish, whatever.
As a frightfully young person, I've never heard of this.
That's right, me too. I don't even know what it is. And was on the verge of death. Like, looked into the symptoms. What did they? Anyway, I think it's bullshit. So she asked me to look into ways to euthanize him. Euthanize is probably playing quite highball with a kind of for something that's just a fish.
maybe it's which kitchen utensil do they want to get goldfish splattered on that they don't then want to use again is the question.
Goldfish have a lifespan averaging about 10 to 15 years, with some varieties living up to 30 years when provided proper care. Shit. So, in fairness, they didn't even make like the average, right?
Yeah, they were in their midlife crisis when they got a bit of the dropsy.
Facts off of Google. Fair enough. I mean, 8 years old. I mean, somebody must really love a goldfish. What do? The goldfish doesn't just flush it down the loo, right? Anyway, let's find out what they did.
Play your bugle. Flush the toilet. Oh, shit, Margaret, it's stuck again. The flush is stuck again.
That's for like the wake afterwards when they're having a party. Well, we've paid for Duke Ellington by the hour, so
I do find total tangent, but I do find that
that
Reveille is a little bit like that. You do all the sad somber bit, and then all of a sudden you're like, right, good, we've respected the dead. And all of a sudden it's like, like, right, we're over this this remembrance thing. Then we're done remembering, and we're on to partying, are we? Let's do it.
That's a saxophone. They brought a saxophone with them. You know?
I thought it was a clarinet.
Alex Mimes instruments. You better guess what they are. No, it was an oboe. Go fuck yourselves. Right. So, looking into methods. So no yoga cosplays. You're now yoga. It's very stretchy. Very stretchy. No Jaeger. They're not going to flush it down the toilet as you have suggested. It seemed pretty agreed upon that the most effective and quick way to euthanize a fish was blunt force trauma. Euthanasia. Oh my god, she's so good. Just so good. Oh my god. Now, when I was a kid,
I was 17.
17, I had a very big fish.
I had a very big fish I bludgeoned.
with
a fake ID.
With a fake ID. His name was Brian McGee. Now, the thing about this is everything is coincidental in a fake one. Now, coincidentally, Jeremy.
Shots fired.
Right now. Now, coincidentally, when I was a kid, my family were huge anglers. And I was designated as the fish killer. Fish killer! When it was time to cook them. Back then, I was told to slam them on the ground. I threw them on the ground! As hard as
like the designated hitter for the fish.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what he's doing. If the family go fishing, it's like, we've got one! We've got one on the line! Quick! Call Dave!
Get him in here! I don't know what I'm doing!
Where's Dave gone? He went for a shit. I don't give a fuck! Get him in here! We got a live one!
One's coming in now, hot! So back then, I was told to slam them on the ground as hard as I could. Well, my 8-year-old body wasn't strong enough to kill him instantaneously. Now, what I was to say, he is an 8-year-old boy, and he has been designated the heart-stopping task of fish murder.
Normally, they put kids on a list for that and keep an eye on them for when they become sociopaths in their teenage years.
But it's like, we're big anglers. What can I do? Not putting maggots on the hooks or something like that, which probably would also be dangerous. Not just preparing lunches or just sitting out the fucking way. No, you get the job.
Just sit there and watch the line and see if it moves. That's the kid's job when you go fishing.
Tried to drown them and found out it didn't work.
The boring bit.
Yeah, it's like
the sitting and waiting for a fish to be dumb enough to bite your hook.
He's 8 years old, and he's given fish murder. Did he throw it around like Holt did to Loki? Yes. Well, he tried to. My 8-year-old body wasn't strong enough to kill him instantaneously, so I had to do it multiple times. Honestly, it kind of fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah. Quite rightfully so.
Flash forward to last night. This guy knows how to tell a story.
Especially a fake one.
Right? I didn't want that happening again, and I wanted it to be painless. I asked my wife to leave the room because she was very upset.
Sidebar, do fish feel pain?
They do not.
Right, then job done.
There you go.
He can hit it 107 times and it still won't feel any pain.
Yes. I asked my wife to leave the room because she was very upset, and I chose to do the deed by putting the fish in a plastic grocery bag and slamming it on the counter as hard as I possibly could. Obviously having no possibility that this might go wrong.
No.
The poor fish was absolutely obliterated. The force ripped open the bag and sprayed bits of what used to be a goldfish in every direction.
Okay, this is definitely not true.
Told my wife to stay upstairs and she started getting suspicious. So she comes down after 5 minutes and it's just everywhere still. You couldn't have kept her out of the room. No, of course you couldn't. On the counter, on the stove, on the fridge. I even checked my butthole. Get up, butt.
Saw me smashing on the counter.
It wasn't me. On the freaking Christmas tree we still have up.
Oh, fuck off.
That's the least believable bit that he'd still
Yeah,
have his
no
Christmas-
one's got
no,
their Christmas
no,
tree
no,
still
no,
up
no,
in
no.
January, February, whatever month we're in.
I was still finding pieces of it this morning in my beard.
Shut up.
What? He didn't say in the beard. Wife was aghast and traumatized. Cried until she went to
I
bed.
thought she wasn't there. I thought she'd left the room. Fuck
But she
off.
caught him on the counter.
Wasn't me.
Saw him killing on a shoulder? What? On the sofa? TLDR, I euthanized my wife's dying fish quickly, but in the most visually traumatizing way possible. Did the fish fucking explode?
It sounds like it. In this fake, not at all true story, yes, the fish exploded.
So if we do manage to ever put these sort of things back onto Reddit, the sea from whence they first came, let me tell you now, this is a lie. And if I have the wherewithal, I'll put a big lie thing that comes in around about like here, and it'll go lie between me and your face like that. And then, fuck you, basically. You lying person.
Maybe we should add like some judgmental pointing, like you need the other hand. So
Oh,
there's
sorry, yes.
symmetrical.
Okay, well, let's get this right. That could be the...
Yeah.
We could do what people do, because like when you have the folks in Herald and they're like, right, I bought my son a pasty and it was out of date by 1 day and now he's ill.
It's to stand there with their
Look really sad. Make sure you look sad.
stand there with their goldfish that they don't actually have. Yeah.
Dive fish, which of course is simply the fish. In
We
German.
need a thumbs down image.
That's what happens. After a fish gladiatorial arena, the fish emperor's like...
We have deemed this not fucking true.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Tifu by obliterating my wife's fish. No. Nifu.
No, you did not. Now, Tamsin struck again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I smashed its fucking head off a rock again. And again. That is a bit.
Nothing but net. Swish.
The referees have arrived and have deemed it good. Right.
I'm going to get some more wine from that bottle.
Good news.
Continue.
I'll pour myself a drink in a minute.
No, if you hold your thumb sideways, then turn it up and down. Well, you know, not in fish
Thumb
arenas.
police.
All right, thumb police.
Thumbelina. Get the fuck out of here. With your
Um,
micromanaging of my thumbs.
Just love how that's the thumb he'll die on.
Okay, I love this one.
Get it right.
This is too outrageous to be fake, I'm going to say.
Okay, you heard it here first.
And you know, you will be the judge of it, but I'm on board with this one. It's just so ridiculous that I think it's true.
Okay, take it away.
Today I fucked up by using a fancy urinal that was actually a potted plant in the woman's restroom.
Now, I have to say from the outset, I think it's a lie.
Obligatory, this happened last night, and my English isn't my maternal tongue, so please be kind. So, I'm not really sure how to say this. This might be the most shameful thing I've ever done, and I'm a very shameful and sleazy guy, so that's saying a lot. Anyway, last night I met up with a few old friends downtown for some drinks and bar hopping. At first it was just supposed to be a playful little Thirsty Thurs happy hour, nothing too extreme.
Thirsty Thurs?
Thirsty Thurs, yeah. With three Z's.
Like a Thursday?
I would assume so. That
Who goes
seems to be
drinking on a
the
Thursday?
context. This guy.
2 thumbs pointing at this guy. How do I hold my thumbs, Jaeger, when I'm doing that? Do I have to start like that and then?
And it's like this.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam making his way to the ring. Sorry, anyway, I interrupted.
Yeah, the answer to your question is students.
Right.
But then we drank too much. We didn't drink too much, just too much. Like, we weren't falling down in the street, but we were riding high, stumbling a bit, and laughing/talking way too loud like obnoxious douches. Next thing I know, it's like 10 p.m, and I only wanted to be out till 9 since it's a weeknight, but whatever. And I had to pee. So I figured it was time to find a bathroom and pee and splash a little water on my face to sober up a bit. The usual routine. Don't mix those up. That ends badly.
Yeah.
So we're out in the street, and the next building coming up is this kind of fancy-ish looking restaurant. Not like extremely fancy, but kind of fresh, like appealing to hipsters. The kind of place that would think it's culinary genius to serve you food on something that isn't a plate. Like, the vibe was
Did
very...
you write this?
I did not. It does sound like me, though. The vibe was very creative, but nice too. Very neat.
I love how he like clarifies everything.
He goes
Like
into
this,
detail about every...
but not this.
Yeah.
It's not really drunk, but kind of drunk. Not late, but kind of late.
Yeah.
Not posh, but kind of posh.
He's completely setting the scene and puts you exactly in his world. You know exactly
I know
where
where
he
he
is. Yeah.
Everything is not quite as good as it should be. It wasn't the weekend. It was Thursday. I didn't drink that much. I drank a little bit.
Let me wax you
My
a
story's
tale.
not true. It's kind of true.
In not my maternal tongue yet, written better than people who are
Yeah.
fluent in English. So I walked up and I gave the waitress the old lie. Hey, I'm meeting people here. They already have a table. As I point and slip my way on into the restaurant. But really, I'm just looking for the bathroom and probably being not as sneaky as I thought, but whatever.
Because he's drunk.
So I see a door with a blue circle and I hurry my ass in there.
And he joined Squid Game.
When I walk in, I notice there is not a typical urinal, but instead there's this large potted plant in the corner of the room, like a fern or something, I don't know, in a big pot that's about urinal height off the floor. And my drunk mind just figured, okay, yeah, it's like a hipster thing, like pissing in nature or whatever. Got it, cool, I'm hip. So I zipped and whipped it on out. Psh, what a relief.
It's zip to be square.
Right as I'm noticing that the piss is splashing and puddling way too much, and I get the vibe that something ain't right here, a woman opens the bathroom door and starts yelling, like a startled and angry yell, and then she leaves and the door shuts behind her. And immediately it hits me what's going on here. I had accidentally become the ladies' room plant pisser.
It's when you have a line like that you know it's not true.
Yeah, okay.
It's too good a line.
So I immediately packed it in and zipped it up, and then just frickin' ran out of there.
No kidding.
So
Good work.
fast. Didn't even wash my hands. Just left before anyone could rake me over the coals for being such a nuisance.
Good phrase. Idioms.
They also censored rake, which confuses me. I don't know if they think the phrase is rape me over the coals and they therefore censored it.
They censored rake. Maybe they're very agricultural types, and like
I mean,
rake is very, you know.
Rape over the coals definitely adds another level to it. Like if it wasn't quite horrific enough.
I mean, it's not quite a Black Books episode. Is there an episode? That does ring a bell. That does ring a bell.
Rake is also an immoral woman, I believe. Okay.
Huh. I didn't know that. All I can think about when I think of rake is Sideshow Bob relentlessly stepping on.
Where was I? Packed it in, zipped it, etc., etc. Before anyone could rake me over the coals, or
Yes.
rape me over the coals, insert word here, for being such a nuisance, I just ran down the street and turned onto another street and just kept running for like a mile, just bolted from that whole situation. Fuck his friends, right?
Mile.
So yeah, that's the story of how I accidentally watered a plant. Apologies to all involved. TLDR, thought a plant pot was a hipster urinal. Turned out to be a plant pot in the ladies' room. I hope I'm not on some kind of list now.
Well, I mean, I'm not entirely convinced it's a lie, because it sounds like the kind of. By the way, you're going to try and get it in for the. You've got a bit harder.
I've got a
You've got a tripod. Let's see how it goes. Bounce it off the light. Boom. Nothing but net. So, from downtown, is it the shoes? And this is why I don't do drunk, because, well, you know, you can drink without
pissing in a
I
pot.
have to say, never in my life has this occurred.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever. pissed in the wrong fucking place. Although what I will say,
I have pissed in a potted plant,
I have not pissed.
but it was deliberate. I knew it was a potted plant, and I
Right.
pissed in it anyway.
It's such a rogue.
I know.
Welcome in, your father, Kobe. I was Kobe all the way. It was on it, razzle dazzle. So,
Ball in.
Do you know what I hate, and I would definitely put in the C if we were doing that segment, is something about like toilets, effectively. We aren't doing this.
Do you not like toilets?
Well, I'm just trying to think, because if you want to go into that segment, then I'll just put it. Then I'll explain there. So,
Oh well, yeah, we can do it. If
Right,
you've got
let's do
something
it
to put there,
Yeah.
why not?
yeah.
You got something else that you didn't remember as well. I'm sure
Oh
it'll come to mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that one as well. So I could put things into the C if you want to do that segment.
Yeah. Well, we're not quite done on
We
this
aren't
one
done
yet.
on this one yet.
But yeah, we can do that after this.
Cool.
They know what we're talking about. I don't think our code is particularly convincing.
No.
Yeah.
But sometimes they stop paying
Do
attention.
you know what the fuck we're talking about? Do we know what the fuck we're talking about?
I went into. Do you know what? Last night after we raided in someone called Queen of the Ring, who was a wrestling themed streamer who was doing
Not
Jackbox.
wrestling.
She was doing it was in Jackbox. And the Jackbox theme. The title of her stream last night was something like John Cena Can't See Us or something like that. So something kind of just like
Classic. Yeah.
Or it was probably better than that, but essentially it was enough to me to go, I dig that. Because all the rest of them was like, come play Jackbox with us, come play Jackbox with viewers. And she was like, John Cena Can't See Us. And I'm like, done. So I went into her and she was very lovely.
You went into her.
I
That's
did.
Forward for somebody you've just met, but
Yes, and my penis is very long because she was in Illinois. So, but, there you go. And so she was very chatty and great, and she was playing the game, and people played and they stayed and blah, blah, blah. But then I went and played Arceus in the other room, but left myself lurking her. And when I came back, she raided into someone else who was one of the best streamers. He was doing like another WCWS, what would I say, like an old style wrestling computer game where I think it's like you can make your own characters in it, and it's very fast and loose. It looks a bit like Final Fight. It looks like old style sideways scrolling action, kind of punch, kick, punch, like that sort of stuff. Kind of the stuff Rooster kind of did as well. And it was just, the community was lovely. I went in there and everyone was like, hi, how you doing? And then as soon as I explained that I was like, I dropped the BCWs like Will's done, and he's like, what's all this about? And then he started talking about Life is Strange and The Big Lebowski and how much he liked both those things. And I'm like, the fuck have I found? He quoted Big Lebowski and I said, did you just quote that? He said, oh yeah, man, oh yeah. And then he went and looked at my stream and all. It was just really lovely. So I think if ever we get the chance to go back there, we'll go back there. But it was incredible.
Cool.
So that was another hap, actually.
Halloween Havoc shit. Yeah, it probably was Halloween Havoc. Yeah. Now,
yeah, it was. It was like that. It looked quite old, I have to say.
side scroller retype one.
Yes.
Like a WrestleMania the game type era.
It was kind of, I think he said like a universal wrestling. So it was like people that, it wasn't anything we knew, effectively.
Oh, they've made a new like 8-bit wrestling game with new characters and stuff. So it's probably that.
Sufjan Stevens' album. Yeah. Come on, Piss in Illinois. Yeah, I know it very well.
Okay, I'm going to say now for a third time, and hopefully this time it will stick. We've done the tofus that we have gathered.
Nice.
But there was a Tifu dropped in my channel on the Discord today.
Oh, yes, Will dropped it.
And we weren't actually going to discuss it, but being as we do like to point out when the Tifus are outrageously and gratuitously fake, this is the fakest, most nonsense pile of bullshit I've read in my entire life. So I felt it had to go in there. This is a pure story to try and get people to
like
probably
upvote,
gross out on it,
upvote
on it or something. But as an aside, we will say everybody's very welcome to send us today I fucked up, so now am I the arseholes.
Do it.
But you are better off sending them to us privately. We're more likely to use them if everybody hasn't read them already.
Oh yeah, thank you very much for dropping it in. But yeah, drop it to us personally, privately.
Thank you very much. It made the cut because it's utter bullshit. Just from the title.
Go for it.
Today I fucked up by breaking my back trying to suck my own junk.
That is not
True.
the Kurt Angle story. It's not true.
Did you know he won an Olympic gold medal while trying to suck his own
dick.
junk?
Well, he do say you suck, so maybe he did.
You can't suck. You can't suck. Yes, you heard that correct. No, we didn't. To clarify, I've done this multiple times, and I'm proud to say that each time was a success.
You haven't.
Majority of guys can't do that, I imagine.
And neither can you.
I purposely lost 10 kilograms just so I can do it more easily. That's not the obstacle, you cunt!
That is not what is preventing you from doing it.
So one day, as usual, getting ready to do my thing. It stretches so I can be more elastic, you know? No, I don't.
We don't know.
I was doing my thing until with 2 L's. Oh.
Until, because I reached a place to pay at the supermarket.
Until suddenly I heard a really bad crack in my back. At the moment I heard the crack, I had an immense pain in all parts of my back. All parts.
All parts.
Alex, not a specific part.
No.
Wouldn't want to have to do some research.
No.
For
In
this
all
bullshit
parts of my
story.
back. At once. My entire back.
Couldn't stand up. Couldn't even move an inch of my body. I literally felt paralysed.
Literally.
I was just lying on my bed with that pain for like 20 minutes.
And he didn't have his dick in his mouth either.
And he didn't have his dick in his mouth or in
No.
a box. Until I felt like I could move.
Because that's how it works with back pain. Back paralysis.
Yeah, that's how
You just wait
paralysis
till it
works.
just
You
wears
just
off.
wait it out.
Shake it off, in the words of Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I stand up barely and force myself
Because he was
to
naked.
get to the kitchens so I can take some pain meds. I took 2 pills of Advil, 400 milligrams at the same time. This dude's he's a G.
Very specific.
Just double stuffed the pills. Half an hour goes by. I still feel very painful, but not as bad as it was.
Yeah. Because at one point you couldn't walk, and now you're like fucking Jairus from the New Testament.
A sneaky invisible
Jairus'
visit
daughter
from
or whoever.
Jesus, and he performed a miracle.
Yeah. Rise up from your bed. Get up from your bed and
Rise
walk.
up from your penis. I've been living with chronic back pain ever since. Whenever someone asks me how I hurt my back, I tell them I hurt myself while exercising. I couldn't tell this till anyone up till, still 2 L's now, on Reddit. Because that's the place.
That's the place to share your lie.
I really want to try that again, but I don't think it's the brightest of ideas.
Is that what it says?
It does say that.
Fuck me.
Yeah. No, he doesn't want to fuck you.
No.
I'm potentially going to have to live with this pain for the rest of my life because of that mistake. Moral of the story, yeah, I'm going to listen to you. Watch out for and protect your body, even if you think nothing is going to happen. TLDR, I've been having chronic back pain because of trying to perform autofellatio.
Autofellatio? Is that the term? I mean...
It would be, yes.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound very auto, given how difficult it was for him to achieve it. Autofellatio for the people, not for him though. Like, be careful with your body, even if you don't think it's going to hurt. Well, that's not. I walked through the door today, and I wasn't careful about it. To walk through the door. But you should be careful with your body, even if you don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with back pain is, it does just strike when you're just doing inane things. Like, you've heard of some people who've thrown their back out, like picking up a spoon or stirring their tea or some nonsense thing.
Do you know what?
The back is a weird, weird thing.
Patrick hurt his back, or put his back out. So not like thinking all this bullshit. Patrick, my brother, put his back out, bending over to... Oh!
2 for 2, motherfucker!
At the buzzer! Is it the shoes? Yeah,
No.
we should have a cam when you should flick it up.
Same as
I want to keep going, but that keeps going.
What instrument was that?
I think that was the oboe.
Wrong. It was the clogs.
It was the clogs. Yeah, we should have bin cam, and then whenever we throw something in the bin, you can all like predict it and shit.
Thanks for the sub, your father. Much appreciated.
What was the fuck was I saying? I don't think I finished. But
It wasn't actually
Patrick.
a competition, Harmstone. Have a fucking day off.
Patrick, we were at Burger King in Canterbury, and he was sitting there, and he went to lean forward to get his Whopper, and he basically went, And that was the only entire motion he did, like that far. And he was like, I put my back out, and I'm like, well, he wasn't going to get it, was he? So, like, yeah, it is possible to do that. But I mean, he obviously kind of like, did something that could be remedied reasonably quickly with a professional at A&E, not fucking breaking his entire back, every part of his back.
I've thrown it away now, and that's where it belongs. Thoroughly in the bin.
2 points.
Yeah. Fake.
Strike 2, Burger King. That's right. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, they've got one up on McDonald's though. Their vegan burgers at least taste like fun.
Yeah.
Right, so we shall crack on now then, shall we?
Let's do that.
And we'll do the thing that we weren't going to do, but we're going to do now.
Yeah.
And we're going to put things in the fucking sea.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
Yes, I forgot that Harmstone has been keeping when I randomly get on a rant
Oh, I'm so
to
pleased
put it in the sea list. Because as you well know and well expect, I get on a rant at a drop of a dime.
Drop of a hat.
And
that's what happened to your hat. You
there
had
are-
a hat on, and then you got on a rant.
And I dropped it.
Yeah. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So I've got something to put in the sea. That's wonderful. I didn't have something, and now I have something.
Now you do.
But
One of those.
we're here for you. So
Thank you very much.
you can go first.
Well, I'll lead off with the thing that I thought of just as we were listening to that Tifu. The guy who went into a toilet which had a blue circle.
Toilet.
No. Toilet. You did it better.
Been in a toilet.
Toilet. Went to a toilet. Go and tell mother and dogs.
Went to the toilet.
Went to the toilet. It had a blue circle on it. So, I mean, the part of that story when he looked at this hipster place is that I can believe, and I have been in pubs, and this is, I appeal to you all.
I know what you're gonna say.
Right?
Yeah.
That some toilet are
Pissers.
some pissers are not clear about which one is men and which one is women, right? Sometimes it will say gentlemen and ladies, and sometimes it'll say MF, or have a picture of a Victorian gentleman with a top hat, or a picture of a lady in a big dress, right? But sometimes you go to somewhere and it's just like 2 animals, and you're like, is that a goose and that's a male goose? Is a male goose?
I mean, if they use birds, you've got no fuck.
Yeah, you're looking at. Have you ever been? So you'll go to somewhere and it'll be a symbol on one side and then another symbol, and you're like,
Yeah, I have been somewhere like that. Like, I went to one, and the guy's was a cow, which is ridiculous because cows are female.
right,
And then the ladies was a chicken. So it was cows. You go to the cow toilet or the chicken toilet, and I assume that it's like birds.
I don't know.
But it was not. I
This
did
is my
have.
point.
I did actually have to ask at the bar. I'm like, look,
I'm not taking the piss here, but
I am taking the piss here, but also I really need a piss. What the fuck toilet am I supposed to use?
know. gander FFS. That's right. I wanted to take a gander, but if you go in and then you get caught, so I can't. I can't even take a look. Tamsin. So yeah.
Chicks and beefcakes.
Beefcake. Pursue your dreams. Beefcake.
Happy 25th anniversary to South Park, by the way.
So yeah, like ambiguous toilet.
Designations.
Yes, can get in the fucking sea.
I mean, it's a
What's the blue circle?
It's a little different now because they have gender fluid toilets and stuff. Oi, women, get out of the hallway, you loud motherfuckers! Fucking women, man.
No, they're giggling. It's a happy giggle. A beefcake. Yeah, I just like. Hee hee.
At least use a hen and cocktail. Hen and cocktail? Hen and cockerel. Yeah.
Loud people.
Yeah, hen and cock. But then, if it's just a picture of a hen and a cockerel, I don't know the fucking difference. Like, and if I don't know the fucking difference between a hen and a cockerel, you've got no fucking hope, let me say.
That is true. I do not. There was, I think, there's a Willie Russell play called Stags and Hens, which is like a stag party and a hen party that takes place entirely in the toilets of a club. So I presume Stags and
Sounds
Hens.
horrible.
Yeah. Well, he also wrote Blood Brothers, which I think is shit. So anyway.
The more we talk about musicals, the more you don't like.
That was recently true, but I could name more that I like than I don't like, if that makes sense. I was in that for drama GCSE. I was Linda. I bet you, like fucking Mr. Gillingham probably just put it on forever. I would presume it was Mr. Gillingham because he had anyway, or Mrs. Kennedy. I'm just naming teachers.
Niche.
Yeah, super niche. But and then everyone goes up to see Blood Brothers, and they all say how much they loved it. They did not. Tell me it's not true. Mrs. Kennedy, fucking Mrs. Kennedy. Mrs. Kennedy was a drama teacher at the girls' school, and she was just away with the fucking fairies.
There was a Blood Brothers poster in the drama room.
Oh, of course there is.
But they never did Blood Brothers or any plays or musicals. It was not a very good drama department. But they did have a double VCR that I utilised to copy wrestling videos and sell them.
They had a use.
And make hella profit.
I had a dream about the old drama hut the other night. I just remembered. I had a dream. I met a Galilean, a most... What is it? Peculiar man. Yes, I don't even know how we got into this, but anyway.
No, I don't even know what we're doing. What segment is this?
Literally no idea. So, ambiguous fucking things can get... Ambiguous toilet designations get in the fucking sea.
Absolutely.
Now, did you have one that you wanted to now that you've seen it?
I did, and it's actually quite funny because...
Stags and Hens, that's how we got here, yeah. Stags and Hens.
There's a whole story behind it as to why I'm putting these people in the sea, and the prompt is funny as well. We saw Dave Dog earlier came in and said hello,
and then he left.
It has transpired in the last couple of weeks that every time I'm streaming, like just me,
yes,
Dave has been at the opticians and has joined in the stream from the opticians.
Okay.
The first time he was at Specsavers, which immediately,
or at least he thinks so.
Which immediately triggered me because fuck Specsavers.
Right.
And so I encouraged
fuck Spec Store. I remember now. Yeah.
I encouraged him to turn up his volume on his phone. At which point I yelled something to the effect of, "Why the fuck are you in Specsavers? They're fucking shit. Fuck Specsavers."
I love that.
To which he replied, was like, gotta go. Thanks.
Gotta go. Bye.
Thanks for that. I had you on loud. Thanks very much for doing that.
That's so funny.
Then I told the story as to why I don't like Specsavers.
Yes.
And I was having visual problems. My eyesight was going blurry, and cloudy was the way I would describe it. Felt like everything was just kind of.
But you were in a cloud at the time, and that was the reason.
Yeah,
as it turned out.
And Specsavers could not look around and see that I was in the clouds.
Unable to tell.
Fuck them. They couldn't use their own eyes.
No.
How was I expected to use mine?
Fucking hopeless.
No. What was happening was I was having migraines.
Right.
Not that they entertained that fact whatsoever. No. The young lady who inspected my eyes was quite content to just relentlessly tell me that my eyesight was deteriorating through old age. Despite the fact that I had laser eye surgery a couple of years previous, and my vision was still, like, when it wasn't cloudy, my vision was still like better than 2020, and I could read the whole fucking chart. Who can read the whole fucking chart in an opticians? Like, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So they were a shit optician. They made no actual effort to diagnose the problem I was having, and just made me think like, the thing I'd spent thousands of pounds on correcting my eyesight was all for nothing. So fuck Specsavers.
Yes.
In the fucking sea.
Right.
Specsavers. Well done, Harmstone. I like that one.
Yes.
That keeps you from using your immunity idol for another week.
Sploosh, says Will.
Sploosh.
A second time. Well splooshed, Will.
We need a few little things popping up on this show, don't we?
Sploosh.
We need a sploosh. We need some stuff for Am I the Arsehole, some thumbs up, some thumbs down.
Yeah. It's all waiting for us. For us.
We might need a drink for you and exes, possibly. Something like that.
Yes.
Our secretary will make a list.
Mm-hmm.
Harmstone, get on that.
Get onto it, graphics monkeys. Monkeys in the back. Roll the footage. So yeah, that's a good one. Wine. Well, I'm happily obliged, old chap.
I poured myself a rum and I haven't been drinking
cheers, old chap.
Nearly enough of it. Cheers indeed. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get as happily pissed tonight as I did last night on 2 Minute Warning. By the end, unintentionally, I was quite happily drunk.
Well, that's the right way I'm going. Yeah, 2 glasses. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Harmstone, that one of my things was a toilet related, basically, because I'd forgotten what I wanted to put in the sea. And it was related to the joke that I had written. And this is not the joke in its entirety, although it's based around this. And there's more to it than this that I will add on, but it doesn't really matter. But the crux of it, to cut to it, which is unlike me, is that when myself and Captain Brilliant and Owen went to Essen last year, we stopped in a couple of Airbnbs. And on our way, you probably remember, we went to Cologne because we wanted to go to Phantasialand so we could go on the rides and all that sort of stuff. One night in Cologne, then off the next day to Essen for the board game festival where we did the stream. And when we were in Cologne, this Airbnb, I'm quite a private person in terms of having a shit. I mean, I think we all are, to be honest with you. It's not like
Like, excuse me, folks. It's just
would everybody
I'm
like
about
to
to go
see?
for a shit. Would anyone like to join me?
Hear ye, hear ye.
Perhaps sit next to me and
A
converse
shit
as
is
I
coming from
drop
my
my guts out into the bowl.
Come one, come all. Bring your children. Half price off. No.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fuck, better return the toilet cameras I was bringing down. Yeah, so, I mean...
I'll find another use for them.
As a bit, it would go on to say how much... even in public, I just don't want anyone knowing or hearing that stuff's happening. Very private about it. And,
like a schoolboy.
yeah.
You never want to let people know you're going for a shit.
Yeah, it's really... I think that's where it came from. You don't really want... Even though everyone does it, and there must be some people out there who are like... I mean, with the risk of saying I literally don't give a shit, there are probably people out there who do not give a shit and like, oh, fucking shit, wherever I don't give a fuck. But
That's this guy.
Really?
Yeah.
But there you go, right? So that's the difference between us. But, so...
I've destroyed your toilet on multiple occasions.
Oh, well, yeah, that's...
And you've had no knowledge.
No, well, I didn't think about it, but it made sense.
I
makes
don't
sense.
announce it.
Yeah,
obviously.
no.
Otherwise,
you
you'd know.
Well, yeah, now I know.
And obviously didn't destroy it so much that, it left a lasting impression. Otherwise, you'd know for that reason as well. So,
Yes.
but just so you know, I've shit in your toilet.
Why are you going to do me like this, man? Why do I... Don't do me like that, in the words of Petty. Tom
It just
Petty.
felt like, we've been friends for a long time, and you
need to know these. You need to know these things.
No secrets between friends.
So why why you got to be so pooed? So when I went to this Airbnb, I got up in the morning and thought I'm going to need to go to the toilet. And I went in there. There was no lock on the door, which made me always a little bit...
That's a problem.
I don't like that, because if you're going there with Captain Brilliant, you know that... Can I just say, don't put me like that? A side story here is that Captain Brilliant went to Mexico with a friend of his called Neil Stockley, and Neil kept kind of jumping in on him in the morning, right? He would come in, slam the door open, lads, jump on him, hey, get up, mate, fucking hell, we're in Mexico, whatever. And
you don't want to do that in Mexico. Not your first time in Mexico, because you're gonna get some toilet trouble.
Yes.
I will say,
yes.
in Mexico, your first time.
So,
for various reasons.
After having had this shit, that's actually what we're into. After having had this situation happen to Captain Brilliant when he was in Mexico with Neil, and he kept coming in every day to go, way like that, and just fuck him off, like take the covers off, way, go on, we're getting up, woo, and all that sort of ladsy stuff. Captain Brilliant went out and bought a Lucha Libre mask,
nice.
Like a bright pink kind of Rey Mysterio kind of mask, and wearing only the tightest of Y-fronts and the mask, he came in with full 16 stones of Yorkshire Fury and like kicked down the fucking door of Neil Stockley's room. Neil Stockley's like, Occupado! And it's like, fuck you! Like that. And it's just like, that's the shit. And after that, Neil Stockley...
Booyaka!
Yeah, he 619'd him, all right. He never... And after that, strangely, Neil decided that waking up Captain Brilliant in the middle of the morning
was a shit idea.
So wheel ourselves forward and I've got no lock on this door, and I'm around pissed Captain Brilliant, I think I'm worried that he's going to like storm in. But there's nothing I can do about it. There's no lock, and that's where we are. And now I'm going to have a shit on this toilet. And when I looked at the toilet, and this is what's getting in the sea, was not a bowl. I should have told you about this. I could have brought, but it's not. You could Google if you want German like flat shelf toilet, right? And what it is a toilet. You know how your toilet at home has just a bowl. It's just that it just drops. In Germany, this toilet had a shelf.
I've seen those. Yeah, where was I? France, possibly. I've been somewhere with these things. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it's just a flat shelf. Yes, the German poo
me.
tray. And that's what's going in the sea. So it comes along as a little shelf and then it drops down for the tiniest bowl. And there's the water, like a little kind of cup of tiny, like 50 ml of water at the bottom of this thing. But most of it is just a flat thing.
For stool checking purposes.
But like, what would be the point?
Shit in a bag, man.
Like
I don't need to check my stool so regularly that I need a toilet that functions for that purpose. That's stupid. Fuck me.
Pooyaka, I've presumed. I've just thought that. So, I now think I've got to... Well, listen, there's nothing I can do. It's the morning.
Nothing I can poo.
Total eclipse of the fart. So, anyway, I have to go. Morning ablutions and all that sort of stuff. And I looked at this design, and even though I am not a toilet engineer, Jeremy... I looked at this.
You looked in the toilet and went,
I thought
something's different here.
This is probably not going to work. I thought. You look at it. If the toilet, if the shelf had your shit on it, and then you flush it, it does not look like it should work. But they can't live in a society where it doesn't work.
No.
So, despite my misgivings, it must work.
So you went with it anyway.
Yeah. So I went with it. I did my stuff. I stood up and I looked back at it, and there it was. For me and everyone to see, because there's no frosted glass. It's just a window next to it. So everyone else was doing the same thing, waving at me and looking at their own poo at the same time. And there's me staring at it. And I thought, I'll flush it. So I flushed it and I gave it a good hefty flush. And I have to say, it shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. And it didn't work. It just went straight round it. The water went down and the poo stayed where it was. And so now I'm staring at a slightly soggier poo that I had before. And now I don't know what to do. And at that point, Captain Brilliant burst in with a Lucha Libre mask. Whoa, fucking what the fuck you think you're doing? And then left again. So I'm going to put in the sea the Flashpooler, the German flat toilet.
I think that's wholly and completely justified. Never has there been a more worthy addition to this. I mean, it's going to pollute the sea a little bit.
I have to say,
pollute the sea, if you will.
If you come along to the Aletto Cafe, and
Won't you come with me? Gonna poop it in the sea.
If pooping in the sea, and what point at anybody's design went, listen, these guys shitting have had too much of an easy
for that
time.
One time every 10 or so years where I'm asked by maybe a physician to check my feces for... I don't even know. I can't do this bit because I've never had to check my fucking poop.
Who thought? We've got a bowl, it works. Who thought this toilet, the standard toilet which we all use, has too much automation? For too long, people have had it easy, disposing of their shit. It literally has one job, and that is to get rid of it. What on earth did they think? When you make a design improvement, new designs improve on the previous one. We do not regress. We do not go back and go, do you know what? This thing effectively removes the poo. Can anyone suggest of a way in which we might remove the one thing that it was designed to do? It only had one thing. So,
have you considered putting a shelf across the toilet?
Some people must have gone like splashback. That's the one thing people don't like. The poo goes in.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would be concerned with this shelf there that I would pile it up so high that it would touch me again.
Yes, right.
I don't understand.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. I was going to keep going on that. But what I will say is that this was the joke I wrote. This was effectively the joke that I wrote on that day. It's good. It's
a good one.
If you don't come to the Aletto Cafe on the 4th or 5th of March, whenever it is, the 5th. That's what I'm going to do that bit. If I can get...
You do like an international, aren't they a bit different to us kind of joke?
Yeah, well, the thing is, some of my
Because
funniest...
they're good,
They are
I
good.
suppose. That's the
But
reason.
some of this stuff is handing on a plate, like a poo in a toilet. But
So, do you know what you like, Alex? Good jokes.
thank you. Spoiler alert, oh. I listen, and I am quite private in that regard, so doing this material actually at the same time disgusts and pains me. But lots of the funniest moments I've had have been with Petty in Germany and in Belgium. Because I've been both for significant amounts of time. A lot of funny shit happened there, so it kind of happened that way. But I think if I can... Also, it fits the idea of the as yet unnamed and unreleased name of my show. Because it's more shit, it's more stuff. And in a slightly different...
Good point in pointing that out to me as someone who knows the name of the show.
Yeah, you know the name of the show. So, like... Which I haven't revealed yet
Don't spoil
because...
it, Jez.
Because I haven't... It isn't set in stone. So, but yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was almost close to how I think I'll probably perform it, but with more with added shit. Because as Tamsin knows, poop is almost always the answer.
Yeah, as in the immortal words of former head writer of WWE Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Shit sells.
Shit sells.
Maybe it was sex.
Always be scatting.
So, but here's the.
Thanks very much. Good night.
Here's the last question before we head into
we move on.
our final segment. Will you be including in your stand-up routines the having to drink when you mention an ex and when you say Captain Brilliant's real name?
Not the second one, but I might talk about having to drink. It depends, because a lot of it was come from the stream and it's stream based. I might bring in if I think it's relevant, basically. It could be quite niche.
It's a nice nod, I think, to in a way of bringing a new audience in, that they'll be like, oh, okay, good, because as soon as you explain it,
Yes.
the audience will call you on it, and it
Yes.
adds another level of interaction.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I'll see if it works. Some of that stuff it might be a bit in-jokey, and I don't know if the time taken to explain, or if the content that gets from it is
I suppose
relevant.
it depends how long the set is.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
10 minutes, it's not really worth it.
Yeah, but for the 50 minutes or the 45 minutes would definitely be worth it. So thank you very much for doing that, because that was effectively an opportunity to
practice.
to test the joke again. So you can let me know what you think of it. But I think that it is honestly, and oh, by the way, the second bit to it, I know I won't keep going because effectively it's more stuff that Tamsin and you might see. So
Yeah, you got to pay for that shit.
yeah, if you want the next parts of this story, what happened next, and what I did recently, come along to the Leto Cafe on the 5th of March in Folkestone.
Just how did he resolve the shit on the shelf problem?
How did I get through it? Sign up.
How did he get poo it?
Buy the ticket.
Wonderful.
Shit, a paywall. Yeah, indeed. Yes. A poo wall, if you will. Hey! You get nothing for a pair, not in this game. Right. Elf on a Shelf has got fucking dark.
Depends what you've eaten, really.
Yeah, you can check that shit, literally. Right, shall we listen? It's 20 to 11.
That's about the time that we do it, because that has become a phrase that you could probably drink for if you're playing.
What,
a
it's
drinking
about
game.
20 to 11.
It's about 20 to 11. It
Yeah.
seems to be the phrase.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place. So, let's go to the final section.
I'm ready.
Are you really?
I am, yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Oh, yeah, but I can see you. Right. Let's go to the final section that we like to call Am I the Asshole? Click.
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
So yeah, I told you I was
You
ready.
were on it. I should never have doubted you.
Never
Yes.
question Jez.
Yes, you are. End of stream. Fuck shit store.
One day we'll do that and you'll be like, oh, we didn't get any Am I the Arseholes? We're such pricks. We brought this on ourselves, really.
You sound like John Mulaney now.
No.
Wow.
Whenever I do that voice, I'm actually trying to sound like Lisa Simpson.
Oh, okay.
Can we, Mum? Can we?
You know which one I've got, presumably.
And there is an extra one because we both frantically tried to find our second one and then both found one. So there are three if we want to do them, or we can save one.
Do you know what? I feel fairly comfortable doing two because then we don't have to find one next week, and that's just easy.
That's fine.
That helps us.
What I would suggest then
yes
is we don't do the one that we've already carried over. And
We don't-
we do the one that you found for today.
I can do this one.
The thing is covering the thing.
Oh, sorry. Have a look at it.
Yes, that one.
I can do that. Oh, good.
Because
All right.
mine is a kind of similar and it works in
Okay.
the same thing.
Do all three. No, we'll just do two. And then that one is...
3, please.
Listen, it'd be a lot easier to do 3 if people were sending them in. So we'll do 2 now and incentivize you to do some work on our behalf.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
he says, obviously.
So on that note,
Yes.
I think I should go first.
Do it.
Time.
Do it.
Okay. Would you just like to amble what Am I the Arsehole is?
Yes.
3 bits.
3.
See what you did there.
3 is the magic number. Yes, Am I the Arsehole? You may be familiar with Reddit, where I have won the clip competition for this month. Do check out r/Twitch. But on Reddit, there is a section called Am I the Arsehole? And there are many people wondering if in a certain situation they're the arsehole or not. And they do not know it, but they're offering us that up. They're offering it for judgment to us, to work, and to you, to work out if they're arseholes or not. So we tell the story, their beautiful story, which in most time I think is probably true. I never criticise these ones. I always
don't?
believe that.
No,
It's the
that's true.
Tifus, I think, are the Tifools, as it were.
It's the Tifus that are wrong.
Yes. So we're going to read them out, and you'll get it, because you all know what's going on.
I read it out. Digging deeper, just asshole away.
I don't know what that is, but I love it, though.
It's Linkin Park.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
Right. So, am I the arsehole?
Yes, you are. Fuck, shit, stop!
Am I the arsehole for ruining my wife's work and eating the food before she could take pictures of it? Gotta live that Instagram life, yo.
Oh, my God.
My
Great.
wife runs a website dedicated for cooking and recipes.
You're the asshole, mate.
Who's the arsehole?
That's your.
You're right. Cool. She takes pictures of food before we eat, whether, with no H, it's lunch or dinner, and posts them on her Insta account. See, this guy didn't do the preamble about I can't speak English, but they can't.
The people who don't speak English kind of like want to kind of feel...
The people that don't speak English are the ones that have actually learned English properly. And,
Yes.
And like know like past participles.
The
and all that
arrogance
stuff
of
that
the
nobody
English
needs to
speaker
fucking
feels
know.
they
Anyway.
don't need to explain it. Sorry, carry on. I'm talking over you. Carry on.
To be honest, I'm annoyed by having to wait so long for her to get the perfect shot
Oh, Jesus Christ.
of the food after decorating it. Adding this fork and removing that salad dish, it just takes so long and I lose my appetite from just waiting till she's done.
No, you don't.
This has become the norm, but yesterday I decided I was having none of it.
Oh, he's going to take the power back.
I came to found sick that
Yeah.
that she has cooked an entire feast as her quote next cooking project. She cooked for you,
Yeah.
you dick,
You should fucking be thankful.
and put it on the table.
Yes.
I took it and put it on the table. I put the cutlery on there too. Welcome to the real world, jackass.
I'm not a part of your system.
Note that by locking, I think it's supposed to be looking. Note that by looking at the whole table setting, still doesn't really make sense. I figured pictures had already been taken, right? But no. She said she was going to take a few pictures and I had to wait. She went upstairs to get her camera. That's when I grabbed the spoon and started filling my plate from every dish she's made and ruining the look as a result.
Oh my God. I really hope this is fake. I can only imagine Tamsinaki right now.
I was hungry and unwilling to wait for the 10 plus to eat. I assume he means minutes.
I'm hungry and I'm willing to wait.
I was hungry and unwilling to wait.
Unwilling.
Yeah. For 10 plus to eat. I assume he means 10 plus minutes.
Yeah.
She came downstairs, saw the damage, and blew up, almost crying, saying that I just ruined her cooking project that she worked hours
So
for,
hard.
as well as putting her efforts into.
Fucking what a
I said I was hungry and couldn't wait,
Shut
but she
your
kept
mouth.
yelling how much of an obnoxious jerk I was for
Correct.
not waiting
Can't.
till she took the pictures of the dishes she made. Even said that this was an attempt of me to sabotage her success.
Correct.
I said, "Oh, please, enough with those conspiracy theories. I'm just hungry and couldn't wait till she got the
Conspiracy
perfect
theories!
shot."
I'm sorry, I can't. This is too much. This is the worst I've ever heard.
We had a big argument,
No kidding.
and she went upstairs crying.
Yes.
I finished my food, and then went out to cool off a bit. Got to finish that food first, right?
Yeah.
You know, can't let it go to waste. Been waiting all day for it. When I returned, she'd threatened that she'll never have me eat anything she cooks, and said she'd rather throw it in the garbage than give it to an ungrateful, obnoxious jerk like me. I said this wasn't cool, but she told me to go
ain't.
fuck myself.
Yes! Go fuck yourself!
I said fine, then went to spend the night in the guest room. She texted me the word jerk about 15 times till I turned my phone off.
And I took that instruction.
Today, she has gone complete radio silence. Am I the arsehole?
Yes. And you shouldn't be in a relationship. And when you say guest room, it suggests maybe you're married. I don't know, but you own a house together potentially, and that does suggest or imply that you're...
You have more rooms than you use.
Yes, I'm inferring that you're married.
Fact of the situation.
This is one of the worst fucking things I've ever heard. And I sincerely, and like many people on that thread will probably say, I hope this is fake. I hope this is fake.
If I fold this, it's not going to be very aerodynamic. I've got to go 3 for 3. You know.
3 for 3 today. Oh!
I mean, yay!
Off the rim for the game at the buzzer. Air ball.
Never been so disappointed in my
It's so
entire
much fun.
life.
I wish you could see this though.
And I just read that. Am I the arsehole? It was at that moment that Jez knew he fucked up.
Dong dong. I just lost the game. Oh, me too. Thanks. Yes, you are a terrible cunt, and I hope.
I only missed the bin. Calm the fuck down.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, you were so impressive.
Oh,
before.
that guy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that guy. But yes, that guy. I mean, I really hope, in a way, it's so too much that I kind of feel like it's set up for such a catastrophic failure that it feels a bit fake. Like, and then, like, he could not have failed in a worse way. Like, it feels so exaggerated that I hope it's not true. But, you know, we'll see.
Well, we don't usually question these, so
We
we'll
don't.
assume it's 100% true,
So,
and that
listen,
that guy is absolutely the arsehole.
if this ends up being cut, and I probably will cut out the bit where I say if this ends up being cut, I will say unreservedly, and I also cut out the bit where I say unreservedly, which isn't a word. Nah, fuck it, I'll leave it in. You're unreservedly a cunt, mate, and you are most definitely the arsehole. And so say all of us, go fuck yourself. Right. That's
Beautiful.
good. Unreservedly. It's
Beautiful.
a new word. It's a new word we can all use, which means
unreblurbably.
unreblurbably.
Underflurgen.
It's a word that
Schmurgen.
means if you have to talk a lot on stream for 2 hours, sometimes words come out in different ways.
Mate, I say shit words all the time.
Just 2 minutes left.
Just make them up.
Just two. Oh, just two left. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to read out this one. Oh, this other one is the one that was. Oh, yeah. That's really good. This third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll use that next week.
That was the sound of him being tempted.
Yep. Two more ITA. There are lots more on the internet. Go there later.
Don't tell them that.
Go to Twitch while you're looking at my clip. You teasers. Yeah, well, that's how we do. That's how you keep you hanging on, in the words of Debbie Harry. Who did that? I don't know. Anyway. So, am I the arsehole for not doing 3 Am I the Arseholes? Fuck shared store.
Maybe you should have done that afterwards. Opportunity missed.
We can edit it. And when we put it on YouTube, no one will know we didn't do it. There's no way these guys are going to go in and comment and go, actually, live, Alex realised that was a joke, you know.
If you met our audience, they'll totally do that.
Yeah.
Like, Harmstone's already on YouTube typing it out, waiting to press enter when the fucking video's there.
I'm really enjoying this one tonight. I really hope you are too. Am I the arsehole
Absolutely.
for how I handled the pizza creep.
Amongst other reasons, yes. Yeah.
I, 31F, am a member of a group that convenes monthly to discuss current events.
Didn't realise this was a woman when I read it. That's even better.
After our last meeting, someone suggested getting pizza. One of our members lit up and said they knew a great place to get pizza. A small, independent pizzeria. Or pizzeria, if you don't know how to say it. I'm all about supporting small businesses, so I agreed. When we arrived, the manager was very off. He greeted my fellow group member.
As they need past his expiry date.
He had. It was a used by, not best before.
Manager sell by.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was very off. He greeted my fellow group member very enthusiastically. He called her something in Italian that sounded weirdly intimate. He led us to a table and then handed out menus. We ordered without issue, even though his vibes were very unsettling. After he left, I asked the group member who recommended the place if they knew him personally, and they said no. They just said they went to the pizzeria a lot and was friendly with the manager. My dad says pizzeria and he should know.
You're such a prick.
They said they went there a lot and were just friendly with the manager. Before our pizzas arrived, he brought us an order of garlic knots. None of us ordered any garlic knots, and I tried to correct his mistake. He said they were complimentary, as a thanks for choosing his establishment. I thought this was very presumptuous. After he left, I mentioned to the table that I thought it was inappropriate to serve food no one ordered.
God, this guy's fun.
Because someone might be allergic.
These are not ours. All right.
The group member said the knots were made from the same type of dough as the pizzas we all ordered, so there was no way anyone was allergic. Still, I didn't have any. After our pizzas arrived, we ate without issue. The problem was when the bill arrived. No one was charged for their drinks, even though prices are listed on the menu. I pointed this out to the manager, to the annoyance of the group. He said it was a perk of being a regular. I said that I wasn't a regular. And he said he had hoped I would decide to become one after today. At that point, I'd had enough. I said his behaviour was creepy and asked for my bill to be fixed. He looked upset, but he took the bill. The other members of the group got annoyed with me. The one who had recommended the pizzeria, even I couldn't say it the wrong way. I've done it to myself.
The one who had the Hankers area.
The one who recommended the pizza place was visibly angry, saying that I embarrassed them and potentially ruined the awesome discounts they get. I said I felt uncomfortable with his overly familiar behaviour, and that the free food felt like a power play, a way to feel as though he had authority over us. They rolled their eyes and said I was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Then they got up to go to talk to the manager. They came back, slammed my new bill on the table, and stormed out. I paid in cash and left quickly as well, as I felt uncomfortable. I've been thinking over the situation and can't think of anything I did wrong. But some of the other group members I texted said I went way overboard. Did I? Chat?
I mean, you're fucking lucky your friends text you back.
I know, right?
You're fair. Right.
Stop doing nice things, you fucking creep. I know. It's so cunty. I enjoyed every second of this. It's so bad. You turned down these managers giving me free drinks.
Trying to make sure that our every need and whim is looked after in this establishment of hospitality.
So
it's
creepy.
Just so fucking outrageous.
Giving us a little amuse-bouche. I was not amused. She doesn't say that, but she should do.
But she was a massive boosh.
So there you go. But also she calls it like, am I the arsehole for how I handled the pizza creep? Like, she's really getting you on it at the beginning. Like, let me make it...
Oh, pizza creep. That, like, I'm sure your rights were violated here. Let me read more, and I will probably agree with you if they were creepy.
And it's like, oh, no, it's just a manager of a pizzeria.
Tried to get repeat custom by giving you cool shit.
Yeah. And gave you for your drinks for free, you know. Now, I'd imagine you probably wouldn't do that if it was me and Captain Brilliant drinking there. No, do you know what? I need to put my kids through college, so I'll let you pay for those. But like, it probably, it might be a round or two of drinks. But at any rate,
but nobody is going to turn down attractive patronage to their establishment, because that will attract further business.
Yeah.
From
This-
people who are actually
this
pizza creeps.
Captain Buzzkill is the fucking worst. And if you're watching this, and you might be, you are a cunt and a fucking idiot, and you have missed the point so beautifully that I hope your friends never talk to you again. Go fuck yourself. You're the worst kind of person also, because this person's trying to make a living and you're shitting all over it. And calling him a creep? The fuck is wrong with you? Anyway.
The point isn't that to you.
What if it's piss eggs? Then you get a drink as well. Free one.
Still, don't complain about it.
No one here.
Just leave it on your plate.
Yeah, just like, I didn't have any. Yeah, they brought out free food. I was suspicious. I sent you a thing that was just a comment that somebody made where somebody commented on it and I couldn't screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't screenshot it because of the privacy settings on it. So I kind of wrote it out, as it were, so that I would have it on my notes. And it says, this guy who commented on it said, this one time I went to a restaurant with a couple of my friends. I knew something was off when the waiter was nice to us and seated us to a table. It was a less crowded section of the restaurant, a convenient location if you wanted to avoid having witnesses. To lull us into a false sense of security, our waiter asked if we wanted anything to drink. I ordered a gin and tonic and promptly received one. It was poured into a glass, which was the first sign of trouble.
A glass?
Anything could have been poured into that drink, and I wasn't about to drink it. I told them to take it away and bring me an unopened, untampered beer. They did exactly that and apologised profusely. I had won the first round of this cat and mouse game, but the night was young, and I knew I'd have to fight tooth and nail to get out of that den of villainy unscathed. And like, the whole of these responses are like that. You've got to check out this one. It's so good. Do. I mean, and if there's the opposite to that, that guy's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
What a fucking legend. That brilliantly, pitch perfect. So that was the second and final Am I the Arsehole?
Second and final, absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we could do the third one. Like, we totally could do the third.
Okay, in which case I will get ready. Ready? Am I the arsehole?